So today we're going to be talking about friendship, and that is the title. And we are in Proverbs 17, and we're going to go until 22. So let's go ahead and jump right in. A friend love at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. So a friend loves at all times. So what is the definition of a friend? So a friend says they know you and they have a mutual bond. Mutual bond. So a brother is born for adversity. So here it's saying that a friend is closer than a brother. So it asks yourself. So we're going to start out immediately with a question. And it's simple. What kind of friend are, what kind of friend are you? So we're going to just start out with that question. So as we're reading this, really think about what kind of friend you are. Okay. So with being a friend and a brother, there's a difference with knowing and being a true friend. I mean, I'm sure you guys can all think of somebody that you know pretty well. You maybe see them at work every day, but you don't know anything about their personal life. Like, that's not being a true friend. So you gotta think, like, a lot of people are fair-weathered friends. I'm just gonna say a lot are fair-weathered. And we all know what kind of friend that is. A fair-weathered friend is, I'm just gonna say, only there when it benefits them. Like, they're in it just for them, to be honest. I mean, I know people like that too. And they're only there for the good. Like, when it gets bad, see ya, they're out. Never saying I haven't done that. Just saying that that's what this is saying. Okay, next verse. A man devoid in understanding shakes his hands in pledge and becomes surety for his friends. Okay. So a man of understanding shakes his hand. Okay, so pledge is a really interesting thing here. In the Bible, it talks a lot about pledges and how you shouldn't loan someone money in the Old Testament. And I don't know a lot about that. I've done a little research. I kind of understand, but not enough to tell you. So I'm just going to say assuming the responsibility of someone's debt. And that can be dangerous if you assume the responsibility of someone's debt. Next one. Whoever loves transgressions loves strife. Okay. So another word for transgression is quarrel. And another word for that I put was gossip. So like, they love strife. They love drama. And I'm sure a lot of us can think of a certain person that they just feed on drama. Whoever builds, and he who exalts his gate seeks destruction. So, and that's just saying, like, not being genuine. And he who has a deceitful heart finds no good, and when he has a perverse tongue falls into evil. Okay. So when he has a deceitful heart, that's a very important word there. He finds no good or does not prosper. And he who has a perverse tongue falls into evil. So if you watch my last study, I talked about the tongue. And how the tongue is very, very dangerous with being sassy. So I'm just going to put that here and say sassy falls into evil. And then I'm going to just say watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, sis. Okay. And he who begets a scoffer does so to his sorrow, and the father is a fool has no joy. So the NIV translation says, to have a fool for a child brings grief. There is no joy for the parent of a godless fool. So in this, I found a couple interesting things. A scoffer, and then we can just draw it over here and say, or a fool. And a fool is to disobey just because. And I mean, yeah, that does bring a lot of grief. And the father of a fool has no joy. Because they're constantly correcting. They're constantly, I'm just going to say constantly. Which can be exhausting. So another verse, and to think about like what a true friend is. So a quality of a true friend is a true friend loves at all times. So remember we talked about being a fair weather friend. Nope. A true friend loves in the good times and the bad times. And 1 Corinthians 13:7. Excuse me. Yeah, no, 13:7 was right. They help in times of distress or struggles, which is very, very important. Next verse. A merry heart does good like medicine, but a broken spirit dries up the bones. So a merry heart does good like medicine, but a broken spirit dries up the bones. So with a merry heart, something to think about here is be willing to greet others. Be willing to greet others with a welcome spirit, and then like in a word of encouragement. Like a person that is so nice and has a merry heart, they can be, so I'm going to say a good friend can be better than, like I think that's huge. Like a good friend can be better than medicine. And how true is that, guys? Like you have that one friend who is just an encouraging person, like you can go to them through anything and know you won't be judged. And if you are judged, like it's a good judge, like you ask for their opinion or they set you straight, but you're never afraid to tell this person something because regardless they'll always love you. So I think we need to talk about some qualities of a good friend. So I'm just going to qualities of a good friend. They're there for you. We talked about this in the good and bad times. And that was Proverbs 17:17. The second thing is positive and speak in love. And that's Galatians 5:22. The third thing is encouraging. And that's 1 Thessalonians 5:11. And then number 4, they point you in the right direction. And that's in prayer. 5 is if they think of themselves. No, they think of others before themselves. And that's Philippians 3. So I want you to think of a friend who is all of these things that are like really good qualities, and I want you to think them. So I'm just gonna say in calligraphy, think. Another thing is pray to be this friend with these qualities. Pray for your friends, and then pray for future friends. So one thing that Instagram and this platform really has done for me is I've been able to make so many wonderful friends through this platform, which has been just amazing and such a lovely blessing. Shout out to my sweet friend Mel. Love you, girl. You're awesome. And you know, if you don't have a lot of good friends like this, like pray for God to send them in your life. So I'm just going to highlight all this, and I will talk to you in just a second.
I hear the sounds of your heartbeat.